Hello everybody, it is CraftyRia and welcome to Monday Night Live. I hope everybody is having a wonderful Monday. Today is Monday, August 30th. The month is almost over. I just put this there so you'd have something to look at while I was getting over here. Hello everybody in chat. I see there's a ton of you here already. That is pretty awesome. Janet and Christine and Carrie, and I saw Angela, Susan, and whoever else is hanging out in the chat. Hello and welcome. I hope you can hear me okay and see the video. It's coming over on my end, the video. And Christine, yes, it's tomorrow in where you are. It is Tuesday the 31st. It is almost September already. How exciting is that? I'm still kind of in the summer mode until it starts to really cool off. It's still in the high 80s, low 90s here. It is pretty warm, still very summer-ish here in Ohio. And I know some of you are in the southern hemisphere, so it is winter there, heading into spring. And Georgia, yes, it is probably very hot there, Lois. Okay, so I bet Christine, I bet you are looking forward to spring. I don't mind winter too bad. I don't like the ice and, the bad weather, but I always look forward to spring coming. I cannot wait for spring when it's in the middle of winter. So today I'm going to start off with opening some mail as always, and I have a challenge that Anne sent me. I did open the envelope just to make sure it was all safe to open up, but I haven't really looked into much of what it was. So, and I of course hadn't planned out what I was going to do. And so I have mail to open, goodies to do, cards to make. Who knows? We'll just do whatever. We wing it on Monday nights. That's the beauty of Monday Night Live. And I don't know if I have very many people that are in the path of the hurricane directly. I know it has been really, really yucky for you guys. And I bet you did have some of the weather in the Georgia area. If you are in the path of the hurricane, please stay safe. I hope you are all safe. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to open is something that was delivered today. I got this from Amazon. It's something I actually ordered. And it is this bag of jingle bells. How fun is that? Look at all these jingle bells. One of the folks over at Creativity Swaps Happy Mail and Friendship asked me if I would do a particular project for the swaps in September to do a video for it. We're going to be doing Christmas ornaments. So it called for using a jingle bell, and I didn't have any. Believe it or not, in my craft room, full of stuff. My craft room is like full. The floor is full. The walls are full. I mean, it's just full. I don't have a jingle, not one single little jingle bell that would have been the right size. So what do? I go to Amazon and I order a bag of 200 jingle bells. And I think this is going to be the right size. This is a little bigger than a ½ an inch. These are 3/5 of an inch, I think, 15, 16 millimeters. So that's what I got. and I'm sure I can use them for other things, and I will make more than one of the ornaments. And then I also ordered this cording, beading cording in silver and in gold, because a lot of ornaments and things that I look at call for this, you know, to make the tie of your Christmas ornament. So I got the pack that had silver and gold. So look for that in an upcoming video. And if you're not a member over there in that group, it is really a lot of fun. We do, as you can tell from a lot of my videos, we do a lot of swapping and send each other happy mail and racks. And it's just a really fun group to hang out in. It is not my group, but Danielle, Jennifer, and Valerie run the group, and they do a really good job over there. And if you do go over there, just let them know I sent you. And I know a lot of you are from the group. I'm just checking. I thought it was chocolate. Oh, wouldn't it have been great to order a whole bag? You know those chocolate balls that are wrapped in the foil at Christmas time, or in their eggs at Easter time? Oh, yes, yes. I would like that, but I don't have that, so they're just bells. They would hurt your teeth if you ate them. So let me set that aside. Let me grab a little sip of my drink. Today I am drinking just a peach clear soda stuff from Aldi. It's sugar-free and it tastes like peach and it's clear and it's pretty good. Do you guys remember the old knee-high peach soda or pop, whatever you want to call it? That had a very distinct flavor. This package is from a family member, Marcia. She is part of my husband's family, and she always sends me her used Christmas cards, and I just got this the other day. This is all mail that I've gotten this past week, and I thought I'd show them to you because I think I might use some of them pretty soon. We have this adorable card. It's already like 3D, so I don't have to do much to it. And cute Santa. I like these little cards. These would be good on a just an A2 size card because they're nice and small. We have that cute snowman. I think this is just a flat card. It's on a really thick, heavy cardstock. This one has a neat red inside. And that is, yeah, it shows up on the camera. Reindeer that says Jolly. This one's kind of cool on the inside. I kind of wish that, you know, I could use both sides. I don't know, maybe I could figure out something. And this is neat because look at the back. I wonder what the inside is like. Oh, the inside is cool too. But that polka dot on the back is neat. This one, she sent the whole envelope because I guess because it's this really cool lined envelope, which is pretty awesome. And then there's the card. Kind of fun. And this is a postcard. And this is one that opens. It's kind of neat. And here's some jingle bells. I always like to look and see what's on the inside. I like Curious George. He is fun. Oh, it looks like somebody drew on there. Isn't that adorable? I like when little kids draw. And then there's some cards that have, you know, the names and things already printed on them. Families and stuff. But I can always cut off the sentiment. This one is kind of cool. And again, we have family stuff. I have this one. I've done this one before. That one is an absolutely beautiful card. I have recycled that before. I might even still have the recycled one in my stash. That's kind of neat. That doesn't even have to be Christmas. And this one is Happy Holidays. That could even be used on a different card, like, and have it say Make a Wish. The back of that one is cool. The other side just has a family photo, but the back of that would be kind of cool. A lot of these are family photos. I have that one too. I don't know if I've recycled it or if I have it in my stash. But it is kind of funny when you see different ones over and over. And here's the back of this one, which is a family photo. So that would be good to use. And this one is super glittery. It doesn't show up nearly as much on the screen, but it is super glittery. That is really pretty with all of the snowflakes. This one is kind of cool. It's the Moose Wonderful Time of the Year. Now that would make a good slimline card. This was just a frame that had a picture, but it is torn. But these three edges could be used as a border on a card. And that is beautiful, the front of that. Look at all that gold on there. I love Curious George, and I may have had this card before, and it's got a lot of cool inside to it as well. And the back is even neat. So that is a really cool pack of cards. Her cards are always so nice. I don't know, like, people send her the best cards. I want to get on her mailing list. You know what I mean? She needs to give my name to everybody that sends her cards so they can send me one too. That's kind of what I'm trying to say. All right, let me reach down in the side here. And I have a couple smaller things. First of all, I love this envelope. That is so cool. This is from Miranda from the group Creativity Swaps Happy Mail and Friendship. And I bet stamps that she put on here fell off because there is only a 29-cent stamp on here, and that's how it got to me. And it's way over here, so I'm imagining there were more stamps here. I don't think they would have delivered that with 29 cents. But that is pretty cool. I wonder if that's a really old stamp. I don't know. It's very cool. And this here says, it's from the group Creativity Swaps Happy Mail and Friendship. It is a rack from Miranda Hale. I hope you enjoy the stickers to help organize your life. Well, I really need to organize my life, let me tell you. And these are just a bunch of really cool planner stickers. I do have a planner. I like this one here. It says goals for the week. I don't really make goals, but I do it like a to-do list kind of thing. So that's kind of the same thing, I would think. Oh, look, 3-day weekend. We have that coming up. Let me get my planner out. I'll show you my planner. This is my planner. It says, to be perfectly clear, I love you. My husband always buys me this planner. I shouldn't say always. This is maybe the 3rd year in a row. And this is Thoughts of Dog. And every day in the planner, every week, Thoughts of Dog has something really cool. And it is such a cool planner. And I keep here in the front of it just some stickers. So I have them handy. And I keep, as you can see, I'm behind in my planner. I usually keep this guy there so I can separate my month. And then I usually keep this piece to show the week and the day. And we do have a 3-day weekend coming up, August through September. That's not going to work on here. Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Let's see if I can put it on September. That would go there. So that's kind of small. But maybe I could put it here. I could put it here at the beginning of Saturday, 3-day weekend, because Labor Day is coming up. There we go. So there, I did some planning. But anyway, these are fun. And here we have Yay for Weekends. We have Rock This Day. And just a bunch of really cool planner stickers. And I like that a lot of them are small enough to go in my planner. I used to use the Happy Planner, but Todd has been getting me this book, so I've been using this planner. And I do like the Thoughts of Dog. He's really cool. He has a stuffed French Sebastian. And we have one for Jonah. Jonah has a Sebastian. And Jonah seems to like Sebastian, although it's pretty much as big as he is. It's pretty big. Hello, Anne. Anne is here. She sent me the challenge. I haven't opened it yet, Anne. It's sitting over here. Let me see if I can get all these stickers back in this envelope. Try to get them back in there. All right. So there we go. There is my stuff and my little old planner. And then I have this, which is from Anne. And in here is the challenge that she sent me. And it is a note from Anne, and this tea is so good. I love this tea. And this was from my wishes for a card kit, a challenge. I hope you have fun with this multimedia card kit. I can't wait to see what you come up with. I'm a little scared, Anne, I'm not gonna lie. And she gave me a warning, and she said to have some upholstery tape handy, and I do have some carpet tape. And there is this really neat piece of fabric, this fur. And then we have some washi tape. And this beautiful butterfly and roses. I love that paper. And this piece of pink paper, look at that. That is so cool. And then the card base is craft paper. And there's an envelope. There's some stuff inside the envelope. And we have some beautiful flowers and doodads. And some bling. and some gold ribbon. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. I'm going to set this aside and I will come back to it. I'll open the rest of my mail and I will come back to this card challenge. I have no idea what I'm going to do. Let me take a little drink. And I do have carpet tape. I have a roll of carpet tape. I went ahead and put it with my mail so I would remember to have it handy. And let me see, I think, I have one little envelope and then I have a huge box. All right, this is a really cool envelope from Terry. I taped it back up after I opened it. It's a handmade envelope. It's really cool. And she sent me a little note. It says, "Hi Maria, just a little rack." And rack stands for Random Act of Kindness. And she sent these really cool peacock little cards. These would be great on ATCs. They are so cool. Thank you, Terry. I really like those. Let me put that aside. And then I got this huge box in the mail. This big old priority mailbox full of stuff. Let me untangle myself here. Okay. And this is from Anne in California. And she sent me a really nice letter. And some of it is personal, so I won't read it online or on air. But she said that she's sending me some happy mail, hopes that I can use some of these craft items, and if I can't use them, to share with friends, just so long someone so someone can use them. She says, "Every time I see a card laying around, I think of you and wonder how you would make it better. I really enjoy watching your YouTube channel. All of you YouTube crafters have inspired me to craft again." And then there's some personal stuff, but then she says, "Thank you so much for your many ideas in card making. I really enjoy it, turning simple cards into awesome cards." And she is in California. Thank you so much, Anne. Wait till you see this box full of goodies. First in here are these two baggies of crocheted garland, I guess you would call it. And there are these little crocheted flowers on these vines. And there's 2 bags of them. They are so cool. And look at all the different colors. These, I think, would go good on my Christmas tree. I have a rainbow Christmas tree and I keep it up all year long. And I'm thinking this would go really good as garland for the spring and summertime on my tree. I think that is so cool. I was trying to think of what I would do with them, but I think the Christmas tree is going to be the best thing because it would really show it off nicely. That is really neat. I do not crochet or knit, and I really admire those who do. And let's see, I'm just reaching into the top of the box. We have some blue ribbon. We have some fun fur. This is really cool. Eyelash yarn. This reminds me of my BFF Valerie. When I used to work in the oncology office, Valerie and friends, where she went to church would crochet hats with this type of yarn, and it looked like you had a head of hair. So it was really kind of cool. They would look like little hairs. And I always think of those hats when I see that type of yarn. And then we have this. This is so cute. It's a purple unicorn tape dispenser. How fun is that? I love that. That will go on my desk for sure. I love it. It's so much fun. I don't know. What are Peggy squares? I don't know. Oh, and I guess you put them together probably and make a blanket. My mom used to do granny squares, so I really like granny squares. Is that the same thing as granny squares? They're the popular crochet squares. Love those. This is rainbow twine, or bakery twine, I can't read, in red. I love, love, love granny squares. That I would, if I learned how to crochet, I would probably make granny squares in all different colors and make a quilt with it. This is just a mechanical pencil with some extra lead, or not leads, but they call them leads. It's not real lead. Graphite. Oh, Peggy squares are knitted. Okay. Jessica, who watches sometimes but doesn't talk, she knits, and she is a beautiful knitter. And let's see, this is a piece of fabric. This is so cool. Look at all the little like cards and stuff on there. It's my funny Valentine. This would be good for Valentine's cards. That's a pretty good size piece of fabric. I like that. I will put that in my fabric stash. Then there is a folder in here. That's really cool, Angela. Yeah, my mom used to do all kinds of stuff with granny squares, and then she would also crochet doll dresses. She would crochet. She wasn't a knitter. We have this gorgeous paper. Look at those shoes. How fun is that? I love that piece of paper. And then we have some envelopes and some cards. And these are very similar to some of the other cards that I had recently gotten, where the envelopes match. So that's kind of neat. I really love those cards. Oh, look at those babies. This guy cracks me up with the stick. I mean, I've seen those videos where dogs try to bring the stick in the door and they can't get it through the door. I have a lot of fabric. I should try using it on cards. And then there's a bunch of these thank you cards. They look like they would be for like baby gifts, but we could always cover the front with something else. And then these are Deck the Halls with some lights. A lot of these cards I think are new, so they can be just gussied up. That is pretty. I really like the old style Christmas ornaments. They're so cool. And then we have that on the inside. And we have more of these with the neat matching envelopes. And look, we have more of these. I just used some of those last week. Oh, I like these little birdies. They're so cool. He's so cool with the snowflake on his nose. I like the envelopes too. I love this sunflower. That's so pretty, this painted sunflower. Oh, that is cool, Carla. The Barbie doll dresses. I kind of wish I had some of my mom's crocheting and knitting. I don't have anything. And here is just a big stack of envelopes, and these are huge envelopes, so that is great. So cool. And there's more, but wait, there's more. Let me set that aside. Let me grab a handful of stuff from in the box. We have some more small envelopes and these deck the halls. Oh, there's more of these thank you cards. And deck the halls. I'm reading the chat, so in case you're wondering why I pause every so often. Oh, how to keep, well, the way I store mine is I take the envelope and open the envelope and fold it back on itself like that. So you have the opening here, and then you have that folded back. And then I take the card, put that in backwards. So if this does get stuck, it'll get stuck there. But you could always take a piece of wax paper, if you're going to store them for a long period of time, and put a piece of wax paper over this. And then that way, the sticky part of the envelope won't stick to anything. But this is how I generally store cards and envelopes, to keep the envelope with the card. And then you can easily see what the card is, and the envelope is right there. And I don't store them for all that long of a time. Even a couple years, this won't get stuck. So that's the way I store my cards and envelopes, generally. And we have some of these. We have some more of these smaller blue ones. Oh, we have more of these. And we have some more paper. Look at how fun this paper is. I like that. We have some bikinis and some sweet treats, ice cream treats, and rainbows, which are my favorite. And the cool flamingos and the watermelon. I love watermelon. Love it. And then just some fun summer words. Good times and tan lines. That looks fun. Very cool. We have some long envelopes. I like that size and shape of envelope. And then we have, I think, some religious cards. These are quite pretty. They look like chalkboard. And then we have some embossed paper. I'm not sure if it's showing up. This has like lemon slices on it. And this one has ice cream cones. This one has cherries. You can sort of see it. You might not be able to tell what it is. This one has unicorns. And then we have some Christmas seals. Love those. These are from 2008, but that's okay. I will use them on envelopes. We have this beautiful Mother's Day card. And see, this envelope is sealed. it has stuck itself together. So what I would do is, sometimes if your envelope is stuck together, you can use heat and unstick it. Sometimes I just use my bone folder and carefully work it around as to try and not rip the envelope too much. And this one might end up ripping a little bit. Just carefully, there we go. And that ripped a little tiny bit, but it's really not that bad. I would still reuse this envelope and I would just tape it shut. So to keep it from getting stuck again, I'm going to do my little trick with it. Put this in backwards. There we go. Oh, and we have more 6x6 paper. We have another card there. We have some lipstick, which is fun, and some flowers. Some fortune cookies, those are fun. I like the succulents and the cacti. And some more flowers. Beautiful, glamorous, darling, gorgeous. And this has some gold metallic foil on there. And the phones, I like that one. And this is really pretty gold. Very cool paper. I like that. I'm going to set my papers all separate from the cards. All right, and I have more stuff in here. Let me just grab another handful. And here we have one of the mini cutting mats from Dollar Tree. These are great. I always like to keep one on my desk. I do have this big cutting mat, but if I'm going to cut something out small, I'd rather just use this rather than cut into my mat since I use it for filming. And we have some beautiful stickers, or these are rub-ons. These are cool. And then these are some cool mason jar stickers. And those are Crafter Square from the Dollar Tree. And then we have some really pretty paper. This is from John Lewis Child Seed Catalog for 1900. These are cool. That's neat. Like stationery. And what else do we have? We have some more paper and some more cards. A couple of birthday cards. These have this neat bottom here, which would be neat to put a piece of ribbon across the bottom in there, and then that would really show up. And we have some more of these papers. Oh, I like that with the citrus and the sweet treats. Set that with the papers. And a couple more things. We have a cross. It says, "Be brave." It has a stand where it would stand up on my desk. And there's a bunch of stuff I'm pulling out here. Okay, let's see what we have. We have a poof for the shower. And it's purple, of course. It kind of looks blue on my screen. It really is purple in real life, which is my favorite color. And then more of this eyelash yarn and eyelash yarn in this brown. And those make great trims and tassels as well. And there's in that beautiful dark pink. And then there is this yarn. I actually did knit with this yarn. I made those scarves. Remember when those ruffle scarves were popular? But this yarn is that same type of thing, and it's variegated. It's all these different colors. So that is pretty cool. That could be used on a card. You can make a ruffle. You can keep it together like that, like a piece of ribbon. So it has a lot of different ways it would be versatile. Oh, yes. I can't imagine not having the Dollar Tree. I love the Dollar Tree. I'm actually going to go to the Dollar Tree tomorrow. I need a few things. I have a little bit more in the bottom, and then there's another box inside. And there's more of this eyelash yarn in this peacock, I'm going to call it peacock blue, which I love. And this is cupcake ribbon that is so cute. And this, I think, is a ring pop. A candy ring pop. I'm going to set that aside. I can have that while I'm working. And here is more Valentine fabric. Isn't that adorable? And it is Valentine's Day. Designed in Hudson, Ohio, exclusively for Joanne. I don't even know where Hudson, Ohio is, and I'm in Ohio. If someone knows where Hudson, Ohio is, let me know. I know where Hudson, Florida is, and Hudson in some other states. It's a very popular city name. I used to live very near Hudson, Florida, but I don't know where Hudson, Ohio is. That's really cool. It goes well with this other fabric. So that is cool. You may see those come out again closer to Valentine's Day. And there are, oh, yeah, Starburst Candies. Oh, and these are fave reds, so I bet there are red ones in these, which are the best color of Starburst anyway. Oh, love that. And then there is this little Victoria's Secret Bombshell perfume sample, which will be fun to use. I like wearing things that smell nice, different perfumes and colognes and stuff. Not super heavy scents, but I like to smell nice. I'm gonna just put this stuff back in the box here, and then there is another little box that came in the big box. Leave that on my desk. All right. I think that's most of that contained back in the big box. I don't know how she got it all in there. Okay, it's near Akron. Well, that's probably why I don't know where it is. Thank you for looking that up. All right. All right, and this was in that big box as well from Anne. Thank you so much, Anne. This is awesome. And look at this beautiful pack of purple ribbons. It's Doodlebug Designs. And it's purple ribbon and trim. I love that. And look at these fun pens. They're Super Glide Fashion. Those are neat. I will put those at my work desk for sure. I love the colors, and actually I use all three of these colors at work. I use purple for my everyday writing, and I use pink when I want something to stand out, and then I use this blue as well. So that is perfect. Those are the colors I use on my work desk. I work from home, and the notes I make are just notes for myself. They're not for work. Everything I do is on the computer, but I do keep track of things on paper. And I have this pack of buttons. This button is really cool. I gotta take it out. Look at that button. It's like a little log. That's so cool. These are really pretty buttons. When I was little growing up, my mom had a big tin, one of the big Charles Chips tins, if you know what I'm talking about, like the popcorn tins of today, full of buttons. Boy, do I wish I still had that. I think we've talked about that on here before. Look at this button. It is three-dimensional, kind of. It is so cool. That button tin had the best old buttons. It would probably be worth a fortune now. Not that I would sell it, but I would just love to have the buttons. Then we have some more eyelash yarn. This is the chunkier eyelash yarn in this like midnight blue variegated, but it has, you can probably see all the glittery yarn in there. So pretty. We have this cute little pack of, it looks like sticky notes and a little mini pen, which that will go on my work desk. I use little notes like that all the time, and I love fun things like that because it just makes the workday go a little bit more, you know, it makes it a little more fun to have fun supplies. And I will put the tape dispenser that she sent me on my work desk as well. And there are two of these cute little angels, resin angels. And we have a package of butterflies. These look like they're made out of ribbon. I don't know that I ever actually ate Charles chips. Hi, Shannon, by the way. I don't know that I actually ever ate Charles chips, but I know of Charles chips. These are really, really cool little butterflies. And what's funny is I always think of my neighbor in Florida. His name, we always call him Chip, but his real name is Charles. So whenever I think of Charles chips, I always think of Chip. And here we have a pen, a purple pen. Oh, wait, it's got a sprayer. Oh, it's got I can smell it. It's hand sanitizer. Oh, that's really cool. And it's also a purple pen, a writing pen. That would be good to carry in my purse. And then here we have some little packs of hand sanitizer, which is great, like I said, again, to carry in my purse, especially these days with, you know, all of the illnesses out there. Hi, Cher. You finally made it. Yes, here's another one of those little ring pops in purple. I will set that aside. And oh my goodness, Valentine Rosy Lips. Lip therapy. I am addicted to, and I probably have said this before, I am really addicted to lip balm. It is like this major thing. I have lip balm like at all of my desks and all over the place. This will for sure come in handy. We have more. I think these are butterflies. Yep. These are really pretty pink fabric butterflies, pink and white. So pretty. Yes, a share in a can. And you know, we were talking about the can. My mom used to have one of those full of buttons, and that's why we started talking about Charles Chips. And the same style of butterfly, but in purple. There's a lot in there. These bags are full. These are neat. Sure Fresh, 1 cup portion pack. These are neat baggies. And let's see, we have some picks here. These make me think of you, Cher. They would go good on a wreath. And this really cute washi tape with the VW vans. I love them. We have this really neat tin, Give It to God, and inside it has a little pencil and a little pack of sticky notes. I think they're sticky notes. Or a little pack of paper. That's really neat. That might be really good to keep at my work desk for all of my little tiny things of paper. And these mini glass containers, I have not seen those at the Dollar Tree. I've seen those, you know, you fill them with sand or with confetti or something like that, but I have not seen those at the Dollar Tree. That is so cute. I don't know what I'm going to make with those, but it's going to be something fun, that's for sure. So awesome, awesome stuff. Thank you so much, Anne. I so appreciate this box. And I love this green box. This will definitely come in handy. I probably can't get them all back in there. Of course not. Oh yeah, sort of. Not as good as you did. But this box is a good size to keep, you know, goodies in. All right, that is all of the mail that I have. And I suppose now I have to do the challenge that Anne sent me. Maybe I shouldn't have asked for challenges because this might be hard. All right, let me get a sip of my drink. A green buttermint tin full of buttons. That sounds neat. We used to have, when I was a kid, a crock, and it was the size of like a country crock, you know, the big, tall country crock, but it was made out of whatever material a crock is made out of, like ceramic or whatever, and it was old, very old. And it was probably from the 40s or the 50s, literally. And my mom used to use it for oil from when she was cooking. You know, she always drained her cooking oil and fat into that crock. And then when it would get full, she would just dump it out into the trash, you know, because it would solidify. And that, we always had that crock for oil. And I don't know what it was from. Maybe a butter crock or something. I don't know. Back when the milkman used to bring you your crock and a butter. I'm making this up. I don't know what it was from, but it was big. It was like the size of a country crock, but real heavy stuff that crocks are made out of. I don't know. I don't know that it's really ceramic, stone, like stoneware. It was really neat. Oh, that's a good idea. To put the leftover drills from diamond painting, glitter, microbeads, all kinds of stuff. I might have to play around with putting that sort of thing in there and make them. That would be really neat to give us a little gift or just to look cool. I really want to do like really nice shelves all over my craft room. So I have room to put all of this stuff and to store all of my stuff. Okay, so here is my challenge. This is from Anne, and in the group Creativity Swaps, Happy Mail, and Friendship, I asked for challenges on my wishes for to do on Monday Night Live. And I did say that would be open to anybody that wants to send me a challenge to do or a card kit. I would be happy to do it. I may be sorry that I'm asking for this because this might be hard. But look at these beautiful embellishments. I love these. And then we have more of these flowers here. We have some diamond wrap, some ribbons, and some bling. And then the card base. And I might be able to do more than one card out of this, actually. And this paper is so neat. It's like a wood floor is what it reminds me of. And then we have both sides of this paper and some really pretty washi tape. And this is what's throwing me more than anything. Oh, and this was the card she sent. So that is cool. I really like that. Hello, Pretty Petal. Welcome in. So I'm thinking I might use this kind of as an accent piece, maybe as like part across the bottom or the top. Let's see what looks good with this. I love this. I also love the butterflies. How wide is this? Let me see if I can get this off. So it's glued there. This is glued onto there. So I don't think that's gonna come off. But I think I can just cut it with my scissor here. I'm cutting it as close to the glued edge as I can. There we go. So it's not wide enough, so it would have to go on this way if I did it like that. Or I might be able to use just that as an accent. I love both sides of this paper. And this paper's not wide enough to go this way anyway. So I think I'm going to have to make the card be in this format. What do I want to say? Landscape, not landscape, portrait view. Oh, I like the way that looks. I also love this. I might do 2 cards. All right, I love that. That is so beautiful. And maybe this going this way. This reminds me of wallpaper. So I'm thinking of wallpaper this way. And then maybe, is this piece wide enough? Yeah, maybe a piece of this. A strip of this cut going across. Let me see what embellishments I have. I'm just kind of playing them all out here. Let me get all of these out of this cool little baggie. I love the idea of the metallic along with the soft. I think it's really kind of cool. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do 2 because I think I'm going to use the butterflies on one side, on one of them, and then have this on the other. I kind of like something like that too. And then I think a piece of this soft, instead of a piece of ribbon down the center, I think a piece of this. Okay. Let me just do the card base first. Get my ruler, my trusty dusty ruler. Trusty dusty, that sounds kind of silly. My trusty ruler. All right, so this card is 5.5 by 4.25, so it's a regular A2. So I think I want this, I want more of this, I think, than this. So I'm going to cut this down to, I'm going to cut a piece at 3 inches. That's not going to leave a lot for the other. Maybe this measures how much? About 5. So let me cut this at 2.5. Because that way that will leave, I almost cut it at 1.5. That way I have, that's about in half, and that way I have enough of the butterflies for the other side. I think I like these butterflies better. So I'll set that butterfly piece aside, and then I have this one. And I definitely like this in the up and down, like the way I talk here, have that up and down. So it's going to have to be bigger than half. I'm going to cut it at 3. And then the other one we'll have to figure it out as we go, because we'll have to maybe use some of the other paper. So I have that at 3, and I'm going to cut each of these at 4 1/8. And I have that little piece, 4 1/8. And I have that little piece, so I put my scraps to the side. So I have that. I think that is pretty cool. I love, 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 love that paper. I will put that one aside. And let's see. Kind of just leave that there for right now. This has the pinked edge, pinking sheared edge. So I'm going to use my pinking shears. Anne got me these pinking shears, and I'm going to try to, maybe I better draw a line on the back. I was going to say I'm going to try to cut it straight, but you know, that's not going to happen. Let me see. I have a pen. I have a pen handy right here. Maybe I'll cut it at about 1 inch. So I'm just lining up my ruler here, of course, because it is see-through, and I can kind of draw myself a line. It's not going to be perfect, but I kind of have an idea then where I can cut it. There we go. So it just has the pinked edge on each side. Let's set that scrap aside. And since I want mostly this paper to show, I'm going to, when I place this on here, I'm going to place it covering up more of the bottom piece. I think that is going to be pretty good. And let's see. That big old heart is so pretty. I can kind of do something like that. Holler out if you see something I'm missing or you think there's something else I should do. And I also have this ribbon and this white ribbon too. This white ribbon's really pretty. Oh, there's so many good things here. I kind of like the way it is just from what I have laid out there so far. This is so cool. Maybe, what do you think of the gold ribbon on there? See, I didn't think this would have looked good on there, but I'm kind of liking that. And then a little sentiment on here would be really cute. Something that said hello or something like that. This gold tag, I don't know. There's also this really neat washi that might go with it. This washi in the middle here. Oh, the tag on the bottom. I love the way that's looking. What about this washi on the bottom? This washi is this dark blue with flowers. I think that might be good. Maybe just to put like that across the bottom. That'll bring some of the floral part down to the bottom. Let me know if you guys like the gold on the top of the, I call it the carpet. Yeah, I think I like the gold on there. Or what about this down here? Ah, such decisions. No, I like it better there. Leave this by itself down here. And put some bling down here. That blue I think is too bright. Okay, we will see. Let me assemble what I have here for now. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. Let me assemble this real quick. And I'm going to line these two up kind of just like that. And I'm going to use a piece of this washi just to hold it together. It'll be covered up. You won't be able to see it. I want to bring it down further. Just to hang on to that for a second. Oh, I think I have it crooked. Crichton is making some noise out there. I don't know if you guys can hear him. And then I'm going to put a piece of Scotch tape on the back just to hold those two pieces together. My boring tape dispenser. I like this one for crafting because it's real heavy. And then I can take this piece off. There we go. And then this piece can go right there. Okay. Let me get my, this is carpet tape. And put a little piece of this heavy duty carpet tape. I'm just going to cut it into 3 little strips, I think. I'm going to put it there. I might just need 2 pieces of it. It's kind of hard to cut. Okay, that should work. I got this carpet tape on Amazon. Okay, I will try the other flower instead of the big heart. And I will set this right on there and use these shears and just, or these regular scissors, and just trim each edge. It's too bulky to have it go around the back. This reminds me of like a little girl's room or something. So pretty. Okay, so we have this piece that will go right on there. And I like how it's kind of like shaggy on the edges. So I can put this, I think that really dresses that up. And then either this big heart, which I love that big heart, the small silver flower. We have this flower, which is silver and blue, but I don't like that on the gold. We have this pink flower and this one, or this big one. All right, you guys, let me know which flower you like the best. Big heart, pink and white. We have these 2 smaller ones, one with pink and one without, and then the small pink one. These are beautiful, Anne. Did you make all these pieces? I love them. It looks like there's they're made on scrap papers. I love them. They're so pretty. Okay, and then I think I'm going to put this, since we have a delay, so it's kind of hard to see in real time what everybody's saying. I'm going to put this down here. Okay. And that just kind of brings the flowers down to the bottom. I kind of like that. I love that heart. I think that was my first thought. So I think I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to use the big heart. I love the way that looks on there. But I also think I'm going to put this gold on there because I think that jazzes it up. I don't have my right scissors to cut ribbon. All right. Then I think I will just take this to the back and tape it down, because it won't stick on that. I call it the carpet. It won't stick on the carpet. And then we have that for now. I like it like that, I think. I'll go ahead and adhere this down to the card base. And I'll put a little extra adhesive down. All right, and then we'll put this down. I do like that. I think I will go ahead and use this one on here. I've got these other ones. I'm going to make another card. So I have those. And then I'm thinking, do I want just 3 pieces of bling down here? A whole line of bling, that might be too much. I think just 3 pieces of bling down there. Or I can use some of this silver. I think the gold, since there is so much other gold on here. Let me get my foam dots. So for this big heart, I'm going to put foam adhesive in each corner, each round piece there, and in the bottom. That way it'll hold it onto the background paper there. If you see what I'm saying, it's hard to explain. It'll go over the hump. So I'm just going to put a little piece here. On the fuzzy carpet cut in circles. That's a thought. Okay, I will have to, I'll have to play with that here in a second. So we have that. I might take a little piece of this tape. These are my titanium scissors that I'm using for that, so they don't get sticky and gummed up, because this tape is very, very sticky. If you need something to really stick stuff down, that carpet tape, it's very inexpensive, and it is really, really cool, really thick. And that way it sticks to the back and goes over that hump pretty good, because that's pretty thick. I think I will put 3 of these gems down in the bottom corner, and I don't want to do too much more on here because that heart is really like the center of it, and I don't want to cover up too much of this beautiful paper up here, because I love that paper. That is really cool. I love it. Thank you, Anne, for this card challenge. That is really neat. I have some more card bases someplace way over here. They're just white though. They're not as exciting, but. And then we have the envelope that she sent. Oh, and I could even decorate the envelope with a piece of the washi. So I used this washi here, and I can do the envelope. Okay, I will play with the cutting the stuff in circles. It's hard to cut a circle freehand. Just saying. We'll see what I can do. So I will put that down there and give that a trim. And then I think I will put another piece along here for the back. All right. To beautiful, lovely friend, yes. This would have to go to a special friend, because it is a beautiful card. Okay, there we go. And then the envelope is decorated kind of pretty as well. I like it. Okay, I like the way the blue looks on the craft paper. All right, and I will put it in my envelope like I always do my envelopes, and then that way that is set for later. All right. So let's see, I have another card base and these pieces of paper left over. I think I want to use the butterfly side for sure this time. And I do like this. And I have these two little scraps as well. Maybe I will trim this and have half butterfly and half wood. It kind of would remind me of a fence. And that'll be the background of my card. Let me trim this off. I want to be very careful to trim only what is necessary to come off of there. There's also the pink side. Oh, the pink might be better. I like the other side better, but I think the pink goes with the butterflies better. And then there is this pink here. That might go good. And then I can use pink flowers. Do this card more of a pink background. Okay, I think that is going to work. What do you guys think? I think I like it. I think I like that a lot. Okay. Let me go ahead and put this together. I'm going to have to butt those up together really close there and stick that down on it. There we go. I'm going to put a piece of tape on the back just for stability, and I know it's too wide. I have to trim it off yet. And there'll be a little more of a white border on this one, just because of the size of the paper. Actually, I might want to, no, that's going to be really hard to trim a piece of that wide enough, narrow enough. I will just leave it like that. I think that's okay. What I was saying is you can sort of see through the washi tape, but I don't think it's that noticeable. Okay, so let me trim this. I'm going to trim each edge just so both sides are have like a raw edge on the tape. And I'm going to trim this to 4 inches. So I have the same amount of white border all the way around. Okay. Yeah, I think the pink is the way to go on this one. Although I love that other side. But it doesn't always work. So we have these 4 embellishments. And I'm thinking you guys said one of these on here. Probably this one, because this one has a white background and it won't show up very good with that. This one here has more of a pink on the background. Maybe I can cut around this. And cut a circle around that. Oh, you know what else I could have used was this white behind it, but that's too late now. I like that pink on there. I think that will work. And it is really hard to see the connection. I mean, you have to really, really stare at it. I think that'll work. So are you guys thinking this one with this cut as a circle around it? I think out of all of these, that one is probably, it looks the best, I think. Like I said, since this has a white background. And then we could use this on the bottom probably, because it would match this one really well. So I'm going to take a piece of this carpet tape and see if I can get this flower to stick down onto this fuzzy stuff. Like I said, this carpet tape is amazing as far as how sturdy it is. So I'm going to put this down here. Let's see. Oh yeah, that sticks it on there really well. And then I'm going to take my pinking shears. Well, first let me just cut a square around this. And then use my pinking shears just to kind of round it. I have my tongue stuck out just the right way. It's very hard to cut a circle. But this is kind of all like messy in a way, so I don't think it matters. I think that came out pretty good. A little more off this side. I have fuzz everywhere. Let me get rid of that fuzz. Or what if I put this kind of like that? Or I think I like it on there. For envelopes, I use any kind of paper. Scrapbook paper, cardstock works well. Scrap paper, maps, paper from books, calendars, any kind of paper you have. And I use the envelope punch board, which is awesome. You can also use the scoring boards to make envelopes. Or I have a tutorial. It's an old tutorial. It is recycling calendars into envelopes, and I show you how to make an envelope without using anything, any tools at all. Well, like a ruler maybe and a folder, but I show you how to make envelopes super easy. You don't need any of those tools if you don't have them. And you mean this on the right side there with that? See, this reminds me of an old door, and this reminds me of a door hinge. But I kind of like it. Let me know if you guys like it like that. And then maybe some bling up at the top. Or maybe just some bling along there. Or maybe no bling. Not the blue, probably not the gold. Although that has gold. An old envelope as a pattern works great as well. Yep. Almost anything. I've used maps. My big secret is I use scrapbook paper that I get in those big, those big packs of scrapbook paper back in the old day when you would buy the big, they called them stacks, like from Joann's and such. I use the ones I don't like. The uglier scrapbook paper, I use those for envelopes a lot. Because it doesn't have to be, beautiful paper. Any of them look good on a envelope. I'm going to just put this down like that. And stick this on top of it. That looks kind of cool. Oh, the butterfly bodies. Oh, you guys, see, this is why I do this here with you guys, because you tell me the way to do things. I didn't even think about doing the butterfly bodies. I like that down there. And then I have this bling that I could put on some of the butterfly bodies. Like this. This one has 3, maybe 2. Put this on this butterfly. I think I'll put some on the white butterfly as well. I'll put some on the bigger butterflies, 2 on the bigger butterflies. That's a great idea. That really makes them stand out. I didn't think about blinging the bodies. And let's see, this little guy. And then I'll put 2 on that guy. This is fun. And you sent me a great challenge. I love it. When you told me that I would need upholstery tape, you really had me scared. I have some single ones, and I will put some single ones on the littler guys. They're hard to take off. The back is hard to take off. There we go. Of the singles. Let me take the back off and then cut it apart, I think. Okay. Creighton has been crazy today. I don't know what he thinks he's doing, but he has been making this screech sound almost all day. I mean, 5 or 6 times. He's insane. He's quiet now. Oh, I love the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board. That is one of my all-time favorite scrapbooking, crafting tools. I've gotten, I think it was like $15 or something like that. I've definitely gotten $15 worth of envelopes out of it. It's worth its weight in gold. There we go. So all of the butterflies have bling on them. I think that's great. I love it. That is so cool. I have maybe handy, let me see. I had over here in the corner. No, I may have put them away. Oh, I know. No, I had little stuff from my label maker that had words on it, but I can wait and put on there whatever sentiment I need it to say, like happy birthday or hello or whatever. I think that came out really cute. These 2 cards, I love them. Very cool. And thank you so much for this challenge. And I will definitely use these beautiful embellishments on another project because they are gorgeous. And I will put the bling in my bling box. None of this will go to waste, And even these scraps of paper, I have a project that I will be doing using little tiny scraps like these, and these are such pretty papers. So I won't waste these. And then there's that piece as well. I'm going to set those over here. I've been saving little scraps because I have something so cool that I want to do. I'm going to put all of these beautiful pieces back in here. I love that cardstock. I think I have a bunch of cardstock like that. You may have sent it to me, Anne, for one of my wishes. That's a great idea to make flowers out of it. I never would have thought to do that. And then, of course, the bling will go in my bling box because it will have to. And I will hang on to this as well because that is a fun embellishment. Okay, we have those. Oh, and I have this pretty gold ribbon, which I love. Let's see, I can make a couple more things. Let me just clear off my desk a little bit. I have some of those cards that Marcia sent me. And I thought they would make easy cards for the live show. I kind of like easy on the live show just because it's not planned out. I thought you sent me those, Anne. I love those papers. They are so pretty. Let's see. These are the cards, and I thought these little guys, some of these little guys would be really easy to make cards with, since they would fit on an A2 size card, I would imagine, card base. Yep, they would fit great. Okay, let's make a few of these. Let me grab some card bases. I have some in blue. I think the white is going to work the best. Okay. Thanks for stopping in, Jean. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you came by. All right, so we have this guy, which is really pretty. And I think I will just trim him down. And since the red is not even all the way around, there's a lot of red here, but once I trim the fold off, you're not going to see the red. I'm going to trim the whole thing just right inside of that red line, just to make it even all the way around. So I'm trimming the red off. I love the way those cards came out, and that was really a cool challenge. You really had me sweating. I kept thinking about upholstery. I was really sweating it. And this person, Gail and Frank, thank you very much. You are probably not watching. You probably don't even know who I am, but you wrote your name far enough down where I could cut out the sentiment. I think I'm going to thank everyone who does that on my show. And let's get these little scraps out of the way. And get one of these guys out. And of course, I can't have it plain on there like that, but I have behind me some glitter paper. Let's see if this piece is big enough, sort of. I could do it on red. Oh, I like it on the red. What do you guys think on the red? I was going to say red or green. I think I like it on the red. And this piece just happens to be the right size for this card. Let me just trim the edge off. Let's make it... Oh wait, this piece looks like it was cut by hand. So we make it 5 3/8. And I think the other 3 sides should be pretty squared up. Yep, let me take a little sliver off of that edge. All right. I like it with the red. I think that looks really good. Yeah, I love that on the red. And then, of course, in CraftyRia fashion, I'm going to cut something out of the middle of this. And I did this time bring my die cutter over just in case I wanted to use it. And I wanted to show you this new thing I have. I don't know if you've seen this magic mat from scrapbook.com. It is it's a thick, heavy cutting mat. It's made to go on these die cutters. It's the same thickness as the plastic plates, but if you use it on the bottom, 2 things will happen. Number 1, if you're using a magnetic platform, your dies will adhere magnetically right through this mat. It works great. Also, your plastic plates will not warp with it. Use the plastic plate on top and use the magic plate on the bottom. Things cut out so well. I love this mat. It is awesome. I think I paid, I don't remember how much these are, $19.99 from scrapbook.com. I can put my affiliate link below. Best money I ever spent for the die cutting. It is amazing. Let me grab just one of my favorite dies. If I can find them. I love to use this particular die. Oh, my box is so heavy. Okay, let me see. I'm looking for my favorite die. One of my favorite dies. I should have had it out and ready. Here's my box of dies. Let me see, I have ovals. I have circles. I'm looking for my scalloped ovals. And I love that die. Now, of course, when I want it, I can't find it. It is Spellbinders. I might have to use a different one. I just want to cut something out of the center of that. I have my regular scalloped ovals. I'm looking for my fancy one. That's okay. I could probably use that. Oh, here it is. That's the one I'm looking for. That's my favorite to use. Okay. I need a bigger box for my dies. Let me see. This will be the right size. And what I'm going to do is just cut it out of the center of this red piece. And you can see, you can hear it, how it just grabs right onto that magnetic platform underneath, right through that mat. And then I'm just going to cut this out. And since it's thick magnetic paper, cardstock, I'm going to run it through twice. And you can see how great that cuts out. I probably just needed to run it through once. Let me take all these little pieces out. But there we have the die, and then I can use that for something else. I love this magic mat. It is so awesome. I've used it. I don't know if you can tell. It has a lot of cuts on it. You can see all of the cuts. I have used it for intricate dies and it works great. I've used it a lot. I love it. I keep meaning to do a video about it, but I forget. I don't do a lot of die cutting on camera. But I love, love, love it. So I'm just gonna put this down. And the reason I cut that out of the center, two reasons. Number one, it makes the card a little bit lighter. And number two, it's like getting a free embellishment because you are hiding it behind the image, and nobody will ever know that that is cut out except you that are watching it. See, you won't be able to tell that that was cut out. It makes the card lighter, especially if it's a really big, like a 5x7 card and you have several layers of stuff. It gets pretty heavy. And I send out over 100 Christmas cards. And it gets expensive if you have to put extra postage on every single one. I'm not sure if it is self-healing or not. It does leave a mark. But, you know, I don't know if they consider it self-healing. So there we have the basis of that card. I don't have to do a lot to this card because it's already three-dimensional. It already has a lot of glitter, and then we have the glitter paper. Although I do have some red bling sitting on my desk from another project, and I thought this would go perfectly on here. That just happened to be right there. I love the way that looks. That's perfect. And then I will cut out a mat for that. Let me get my regular scrap paper. I have my drawer of paper handy. I'm just looking for a piece of red that's a little smaller than those big ones. And this is just red construction paper. It is nothing fancy. I'm going to use some Elmer's glue on the back of this. And put that there. Yeah, they do make the magic mat for the different die cutters. You just have to watch and make sure you get the right size to fit your die cutting machine. Luckily, my glue didn't dry yet. I put that on crooked. There we go. So just make sure you're ordering the one that will work in your machine. They make really long ones. They make all the different sizes that you would need for your mats. I'm going to see if I can take this off. I put it on uneven. Let me see. There we go. That's better. So you just want to make sure you get the right size for whatever die cut machine you have. I think they make them for the Cuttlebug and for the Big Shot and the Big Kick and maybe some other machines. I'm not sure. But I love it. I've been using it for quite a while and it is awesome. So there we go. We have that card. I think that came out really pretty. And we'll do probably one more. Maybe this blue. I love him. He's so cool, this Santa. So maybe we'll do the Santa. Let me see what I have for... Oh, I have a dark blue. I have this dark blue. Yeah, I think I like that. What do you guys think? That, and then on the white background. I think that would be good. I like it. Okay, we'll go with that. All right, so I'm going to cut this to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. Set those pieces aside and give this a trim. And this one I just have to trim just inside that fold. Oh, that'll look good. That's good. And I will trim the sentiment out. And this person also signed their card in such a way that I can easily cut it out, cut out the sentiment. These words are red. So I think I will, oh, look at this. This piece just happens to be just the right size. This is a scrap from another card that just happened to be on my desk. Okay. Try to line that up in there as best I can. Oh, it's a little too thick across the top. Let me make another trim. And then there is this little piece there that's jagged. I'm just going to use my scissors carefully and trim that edge. There we go. Make sure that works on the card base. Yes. Okay. Let's put this aside. And I think I will use the same die. I wonder if the big one would be too big. Probably. Yeah, I'd have to be pretty perfect with the big one. And we all know that I'm not very perfect. So I will use this here and cut that out. Yes, I thought so too. I thought that would bring out the shadow. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see, that magnetic sticks through it really well, way better than with on the clear acrylic ones. And since it's thick glitter paper, again, I will go through twice. There we go. And we have all of these little pieces. And again, we have a perfectly cut die cut. And those little edges are really intricate. So I just wanted you to see how easy they worked with that magic mat. I love it. And I think it is made by scrapbook.com, so I don't think you can get them anywhere else. I've seen people use regular cutting mats that they've cut down to the size, but they're not the same thickness. So you have to use shims of cardboard and different things. This one here, as you see, you don't have to use anything extra. It's the right thickness. So as far as using cardboard and stuff, or I mean cutting boards and cutting mats, I can't speak to how well they hold up. People have used these Dollar Tree mats, but they're not the same thickness. Now they are pretty much, they feel about as heavy, but the thickness isn't right, and you'd have to cut it down to size. Okay, so we have this guy. Oh, I think that looks so good. I love the way this looks. I'm going to put a little extra adhesive since it is glitter paper. I might even use a little bit of the Elmer's glue on here. For those that don't know, this is Elmer's glue. It's in an art glitter glue bottle with the fine metal tip. And I absolutely love the Elmer's glue. It is Elmer's Glue All. It's not the school glue. It is the Glue All. And I find that I get the same results as I do with art glitter glue. And it is very inexpensive compared to art glitter glue. I will use a little bit on here. I think having it in the bottle with the fine metal tip works great. I tend to use it for it or any thick or any liquid adhesive for thicker things. I don't usually use it for thinner papers. Although someone said that they used it directly out of the Elmer's glue bottle, just having it open just a tiny, tiny bit rather than having it open all the way. And it worked well. Well, hi, Barbara. I'm glad you stopped by. Barbara has a channel, and she just got 100 subscribers. Well, you might be over 200 by now. She's doing a giveaway on her channel, so be sure to check her channel out. Go subscribe and check her out. She has a series, 60 ways to use your paper scraps. And Barbara, you would be proud of me. I saved these little scraps today from my project earlier, and I am going to be using these on a project. I have a great idea. I love using my scraps. And let me see. I have some Christmas stuff here. I thought I would use on here some embellishments. Let's see, maybe in here. My glue turned my light on too bright. There we go. All right. I'm just looking to see what embellishment I may want to use on that card. I'm thinking a snowflake. So I have this card. I have these blue snowflakes. Yeah, I think that's going to work. Okay, I thought I would put these blue snowflakes, oh yes, in the center of some of these white circles. Maybe 3, since, 3 is a good number. Because I could put one there and one there. No, I think I'll just stick with those 3. These are little plastic snowflakes. I got these at the Dollar Tree last year maybe, or the year before. They come in blue and in clear. I don't know if they still have them, but they are self-adhesive. They have this little tiny adhesive dot on the back, but since this glitter is pretty thick, I'm going to use a little bit of tacky glue on them instead, or in addition. I store my tacky glue upside down so it's always ready when I need it, because tacky glue is very thick, and it's really hard to get to the, get it to flow if you don't have it stored upside down, or at least I find that to be the case. These snowflakes are adorable. I wonder if they'll have them this year at Dollar Tree. If so, I'm going to buy a whole bunch. I don't know if I mentioned or not. I'm going to go to the Dollar Tree tomorrow. I have a few things I need to get. I've been kind of trying not to go out too many places because of all the sickness, but I think I will mask up and go out and just to the Dollar Tree and a quick in and out, and I think I'll be okay. We are fully vaccinated, but I'm still trying to be cautious because even vaccinated people have been getting sick, although not as bad as unvaccinated. So I think that came out really cute with the 3 snowflakes. I like it. And then we have this one with just that bit of red bling on there. I don't want to put too much more since it is already, you know, raised up there, but I couldn't help it. That bling had to go on there. And then the 2 cards that I made from Anne's challenge. We have this one with this really neat fuzzy, I call it the carpet. It reminds me of a little girl's room with carpet and like the old-fashioned wallpaper. And then we have the envelope that matches. And then this one here with the blinged up butterflies. I love that. Thank you so much for the card kit, Anne. I love those. And then I have all of those scraps to use for later, and then these 2 embellishments that I can use on another project that are awesome. I love it. The Santa is adorable. I love his shadow, and I think you're right, this darker blue does bring the shadow out. And then just the 3 snowflakes on there that match the darker blue. And then this one is really fun. I love the old-fashioned ornaments. Very cool. I think those came out great. I'm so happy with the cards. I was very nervous, very, very nervous, Anne, about your challenge, but we made it. We did it. That came out great. Thank you, everyone, for all of your help and your suggestions along the way. I really appreciate it. Love it. Well, thank you guys. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone who sent me happy mail. And please do go check out Barbara's channel. She's having a 100 subscriber giveaway that I think ends pretty soon. So you'll want to check that out tonight. And let's see, we have next week is next Monday is Labor Day. I am not sure if I'll be doing a live or not. I will let you know. Just watch for it in the Facebook group. And I'll let you know if we'll have a live for Labor Day or not. I'm not sure if we have any plans. So thanks again for watching, everybody. I appreciate all of you. And until the next video, you know what to do. Go get crafting. Bye-bye.